about what Life Esports composition is trying to do as a whole, the Aatrox is very service.
Because there's a lot of physical damage on the side of Life Esports, and you could just build a whole bunch of tank items and then just feel K.
Yeah, well, sadly, there was 2 tanks in the game and they both got banned, and apparently no tanks, you know? Well, I think part of the problem is that Gnar is
Dragon, then you know that the llama's not in for a good time. Anyway, let's hop onto the rift for game number 1.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
Oh my goodness. That is some enthusiastic KT fans.
KT, and now they're going for the big play.
Yep, here is Foreman in the bottom lane as the knock-up onto Viper will spell his demise. First blood goes over to Pioshik. Starting a little bit later than what we've seen in previous games.
This game's already on a timer. You need as much power as early as possible if you're going to win this Hanwha Life.
Well, there is a little bit of aggression towards Beryl, who just picks the person that he wants to get rid of. Still, not going to quite be enough as Mom gets a bit angry. The exhaust somewhat late as Peanut just locks down the kill. Very nice. I don't know. It's just the Shyvana problem all over. Wow, it's just going down so incredibly fast. Pioshik going to lock that one up when your opponent turns into an Elder Drake. Like, Elder Dragon is ridiculously overpowered for a reason. It's like, whoa.
This team is just such good vibes.
It's such good vibes. And it's like, then you remember...
Hybrid of them.
Yeah, we did see this yesterday. I don't know whether it actually won us. I'm going to hold that thought. Pioshik going to find an ulti, and I just, Delight was, he was on a place on the map, and he did not want to be there.
Yeah, and I mean, it's hard playing Rakan into the champions that KT have.
Chains of Corruption go wide. Now Perfect is going to find himself in this pit. Oh, this could be really bad. Pioshik manages to pick up the Drake as well. And BDD's immediately teleporting to the top lane. They can't. Very impressed that you just had that one in the back pocket. As, all right, Zeka is going to immediately change his mind, as you could see. Bit of damage from Def, though. It's starting to stack up.
Okay, Hanwha Life Esports going to start this. KT don't need to fight this. You know, they might.
But they might because they feel like it. Yeah. As, all right, we're teleporting. We're fighting. Let's see whether they can actually lock down the Drake. The answer is no, as Chains of Corruption come in. Beryl's going to ult it, as immediately the seismic shove is going to connect. Mom yells at them, but not too much actually happens, and there's the snipe from Viper, who's just to the north, and they're just fishing the barrel right now as Doran not going to get over the wall there, but maybe he doesn't have to. Headbutt Pulverize comes in as Zeka has to get out of there. He's exhausted. The Gnar picks up just one. It's onto Def, though, and that's a high-value target, but he flashes away. But he's now got the stacks, and he's looking to rip them apart, and there's the first one. Can he grab another? Yes, he can, if BDD has anything to say about it. As flap, 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 and maybe Peanut's just dead. There he goes. Def's able to burn him down, and BDD, he still has it. Although there's a hail of arrows there as well. Beryl, I don't think you can win that 1v1, my friend. You're not an AD carry anymore. That was many years ago.
Coming through, the wall connects as well, and then it gets a bit funky.
It definitely does get a bit funky. And I feel like as well, okay, there's a Headbutt Pulverize. We've got the seismic shove coming back as well as Mom gets angry. Zeka dives in, but I don't know whether he feels that great about it as Deft is flapping around. Oh, Delight! Burning, and boom! Double kill for the Dragon. And now KT, they're on the Baron. And they're like, Def, you hit the stacks, so I guess we're in the game, right?
We just win, you know. Pioshik and Beryl could, for the most part, patiently wait until Smolder got 225 stacks.
And when the line came up, they've only been 4 Drakes taken, it's 2 apiece. Okay, there is a seismic shove. Peanut is going to be with Pioshik under the turret, and so he's definitely going to die. Mum doesn't quite do enough damage. Or Moom, sorry, doesn't quite do enough damage. Oh, the one where he's got the boombox?
Yes, maybe they'll do one of those skins for Smolder, and he'll play that song. Because, why not?
Because like, what items he builds is irrelevant? He wants ability haste?
Yeah, I think we've kind of learned with Smolder is once you have the stacks,
this is a catastrophe, but Peanut's able to lock down the Dragon. Mom yells once again as Delight gets the quickness over everyone. Deft once again has to flash, but Pioshik is down another time. Beryl trying to tank, trying to keep them in position as Deft is burning them, but he's still going to go down. The knockups are raining in, and Perfect couldn't contribute because he was trying to kill Viper.
And if we look at the right side of the screen, BDD's nearly got flashed, but Deft still has about 40 seconds away, so this is a great window to force on
Yeah.
KT.
And Doran does have Mega Knight for a little bit longer. That's a massive combo. The Pulverize is gigantic, but now he's dead. But Smolder is auto-attacking, and that is scary. And BDD, he's got the wall. He's going to try and trap them in the Thunderdome. He doesn't find the seismic shove, though, and there goes the Aatrox. Now it's Deft, and he's by himself, and he'll be taken down. There goes BDD as well. That was a catastrophe.
And you know, KT felt confident. They kept Deft alive. They thought that'd be enough to win the fight.
As Hle Không Làm Esports will be able to lock down the Chemtech Soul, and now we've got 2 Elder Drakes available on the map in a few minutes' time.
It is. I feel like it's not really like the lane was obviously a bit rough, but just in team fights, you struggle to find the impact.
Oh, Peanut now possibly caught out of position. Oh, so close to being pulled back by that Infernal Chain as Beryl. He has to ulti, but Viper is so dangerous and just pops him. And so now they've got a pick off. Viper has done 36,000
free hit in a lot of these fights. That's caused issues.
There's a lot of CC for him to deal with. There's Perfect trying to move himself out of the way. They may just blow up Zeka. He does go down to his GA, and now Mom yells at them. Beryl is back up and available as Zeka has to flash. So now Flash and GA.
Get a vision on the dragon and ensure they can fight it, and maybe look for a pick on Doran, but it does give up the Baron.
Well, Weaver's Wall is going to come on through here. Seismic Shove comes down, 3 into the wall for Doran, but he's still pulled back and he will die. It takes a fair bit of time to take him down. That does not matter because now they have a 4 versus 5 situation around the Elder. But Zeka is now in the top lane, and Hle Không Làm waiting in the wings. There's the Chains of Corruption connecting onto Perfect as the Elder is down exceptionally low. Teleport comes in as BDD trying to get in position. Beryl is chasing out Peanut, and they take down the Elder. But Zeka's trying to win the game. Can they stop the backs is the question. And it looks like the answer's no, and they're not even going to try for it. Zeka just... cleanse option. No Mikhail's on Beryl or anything like that right now. Projectiles flying all over the place, and now Mom, she gets angry and flung about is Zeka. You cannot be dashing forward, I guess. It is just too dangerous against this composition, especially with the Elder buff. They do manage to take down
a lot of resist there.
It's definitely going to be a bit more difficult to get through. However, if they do manage to catch him again, then he dies. Speaking of dying, Peanut going to have to Arctic Assault his way out. Cease and desist comes through, though. They are committing to this. Weaver's Wall will get the flash up, and the Headbutt Pulve is there. They've got the jungler, and now Perfect is looking for more. The quickness comes in, but my god, the damage. Delight has to get out of there, but it's a big ulti from Zeka. Beryl is just going to bail out. And KT, they just set up the phalanx around Deft. This dragon is what's going to have to save them. And he's very young, and doing this is a bad idea that you have to fight for the Elder, and then maybe a winner is actually decided in the game, and that's why Elder was put into the game?
No.
No? Okay.
They're just trading. That's
I'm sorry. Okay, well, it's like 1 for you and 1 for me, I guess.
Yeah, they're sharing.
What's happening here?
Whoa, Delight and Doran going on like some secret mission.
Yeah.
You know,
well, KT will take down this turret.
It was like 400.
That's hectic.
You don't
going to have so many items.
You don't see Alistair's get this like, okay, they're fighting.
All right, we're flashing in. It only lands onto Doran. Mom doesn't really do too much either as Zeka. He goes in, and then he goes back out again. And now both teams sort of hitting the dragon. No one really finding purchase in this team fight. Headbutt just by itself there from Beryl as the Mega Cone brings Peanut in. Doesn't necessarily know whether he wants to stay, and Zeka lost too much health. You have to back away. It's time to give up this one. Oh, Delight gets into the back line. He dives on top of Perfect as BDD. He's going to go in as well. Beryl is now in amongst it, but he's so tanky. This is just absurd. The Drake is going down solo. Zeka gets exhausted. He's flung back. Deft is alive. He's alive for the next little while as now Doran is going to get taken down to the GA. Oh my god, the shove is nuts. And a GA is still in there. Doran is burning down, but it doesn't. Who's won the fight? It's Hle Không Làm Esports.
Delight secured the dragon, and I think that was enough to turn it in their favor. We won't go 60 minutes, and Hle Không Làm Esports managed to take out the 600 CS Smolder.
This is the most ridiculous game of the season. What the heck? What just happened? The ultra late game 55-minute victory. Smolder with 600 CS, 85 billion stacks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You got a shooty guy. He just points the arrow at you and he makes it happen. Delight gets the engage and Hle Không Làm.
Why is he's got a smirk on his face, so that might not be the real pick. Sivir is fun. do very much like Sivir. And this is deft Sivir. He's pretty good at this champion, and he is going to pick it up. So, playing in
so much damage when they're clumped up together. So, KT obviously planning to go late stages. Deft, you better have cut down this game.
Yeah. Some choices were made, itemization-wise. I prefer to look at the gameplay. ED on the bottom side of the map. We'll see how it is going to work here against Delight's Rakan once again. Let's jump into the rift for game 2.
오신 것을 환영합니다. 미니언 생성까지 30초 남았습니다.
KT fans need to be a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
I'm a bit nervous.
Well,
you know, because I want 3
A little bit better. As, okay, Peanut and Viper doing a fair bit of work here. Seismic Shove is trying to help Pyoshik out, but he's going down so low. And there is first blood. It's not going to be the latest one, and it's for Viper.
Yeah, manages to flash in with the fourth shot, just too much CC layered, and Pyoshik wasn't able to get out because of the blocking from Peanut. Second dragon going to be secured by Hanwha Life Esports, and
All right. Zeka not able to find Beryl there as a teleport is coming in. In comes PDD as well. They don't have a smite, so it's not for the dragon as Doran gets over to try and meet them here as the curtain call, getting a lot of value. Viper doesn't really throw it the last bullet at Perfect very much, who doesn't find a Q either. And so it looks like Hanwha Life able to just get out of there scot-free. They'll take themselves the Drake, and they will move on. And it is, seeing a crit cloak in an inventory is not exactly a feels great situation.
yeah, no one really wants to do that to themselves.
No. Deft has opted in though. We do have an extra level on a Weaver's Wall as, okay, Beryl may just be dead. Zeka throwing out a combo, but is going to go back. Pyoshik also now potentially in trouble. A lot of KT members just hanging out with all of Hanwha Life. And that is going to be a big advantage. Beryl actually slowed down as the curtain call is going to be blocked there by Deft. Grand entrance and Beryl's taken down by Delight. And now he's chasing down BDD and Deft. And in comes Peanut. Deft nowhere to go. And he's even held in place by the Jhin at the same time. Seismic Shove to throw him back, but BDD was already punched over there. And Hanwha Life Esports 5-0 in the early game. And it really does feel like this is not the same KT from game 1.
Just a catastrophic failure. Pyoshik completely caught off guard, whiff seal completely, and Hanwha Life Esports just capitalized. Peanut's able to come down and punish, and come on, Peanut.
Doing some driving. Swings around.
Oh, man.
Gets on in there. There's the knock up on the Beryl as well. The cat is down, the flash forward, and there's the kill. That's just a solo from Zeka. They'll take down this turret at the same time, and KT coming in. Well, now Doran could be in a little bit of trouble. Deft and Pyoshik being ran about, though. Cue the Yakety Sax is slowing down Anudia. Oh, hitting him with an ultimate. That's a way to do it. And Permafrost is going to be there, but Deft is delivered a kill. So they're on the board. KT have found one, but there's still 6,000 gold behind. We'll see whether he can actually put anything together that's important. Haunting Guys does come in.
It's hard to pull off. Delight on the flank.
Yeah, Delight unseen right now. As Pyoshik going to get knocked up. He's the jungler. That's a lot of danger, but Perfect is going to be able to throw Zeka around. Phenomenal snipe there with the Seismic Shove. As now Peanut is completely out of this pit. He gets back in though. Twisted advance to close the distance on the Dragon. As now Peanut gets into the back line. Peanut once again is out of the pit as Doran is tanking for forever. These fights are going so long, but finally KT are able to come out ahead. And that is all to do with BDD being the maestro of the team fight.
A 5,000 gold deficit.
Oh my god!
Nearly actually.
That is nice. Rhyme unintended as the Drake going down very low. Pyoshik, can you actually get in there to try and deny the soul point? The answer is no, as now they're looking for a potential disengage as Pyoshik tries to get out of there. He is still above half health, but now the curtains are being called. Another arrow in trade as Peanut could be the target. Doran just trying to be annoying, and it's working. Deadly Flourish connects onto the Sejuani. And KT will back away. Man, action-packed, but not a lot of result.
Yeah, it felt like Pyoshik didn't want to sacrifice himself to get the dragon. You know, he could have queued into the pit earlier, but he knew there's a good chance he goes down if he doesn't want to be dead for Baron. The Maokai was enough to keep them at bay. And now they're kind of just fishing at the moment. And I gotta say, Pyoshik doesn't feel that Tanks is a bad thing. But
maybe build a Sunfire Cape, like finish it first or something?
Yeah, or just build like another armor item and then... But the problem with junglers in pro play... Oh,
Yoshik is just going to get smashed back here, comboed forever, and Beryl is the target here for the Yone. Zeka just finishes him off. Somehow Pureshik actually survives and now has a friend to try and keep him safe. It's not going to work out as Peanut happily underneath the turret, and now Delight gets in there. The quickness is fantastic as BDD. He has to flash. Deft as well is so low as Viper. So aggressive on the play. Now BDD, he is likely to fall, but he does get the shield there from Perfect all out, but it's just a little bit too late as Zeker is going to be able to kill him. And now Homolife Esports, this could be just a massive amount of turrets. The gold advantage is going to balloon to high heaven.
Yeah, and they should just be able to go for the Baron. I mean, Pureshik is going to break these last two tier 2 towers. It's whether they break the inhibit's question.
Oh, good cleanse there from Viper. Keeps himself alive. But Zeka splitting. It is a tale as old as time. And Vienna is going to go down as they attempt in vain to respond to the Yone. Deft will have some wave clear, but not as much against this Baron, as Viper just hitting them like fish in a barrel. In goes Zeka once again, and Beryl just cannot do anything against this guy. Deft now throws down the ulti, tries to keep them safe, but Delight finds him, gets into that backline. Perfect is just trying to peel, but Doran is almost unpeelable. BDD standing in front of the bullets. Deft is still alive for the minute, and so is Perfect. He's pretty dangerous. They managed to get a Q to pull them back, but this is 28 minutes into the game. These inhibitors are just falling down left, right, and center. And this Sivir just doesn't have the items yet, doesn't have the damage yet. And Viper, he does. He should have enough to take down these Nexus turrets. The inhibitor to go down first. One Nexus turret falls. Are Homolife Esports just going to do it now, or are they going to look for a reset, grab themselves a soul, and then...
Yeah, they go... I mean,
Perfect is very, very tanky, but I don't think it's going to be enough as Beryl! Oh, God! Zeka sees a hint of an Ashe on the map, and Beryl's dead.
that was Beryl? I blinked. I must have missed him.
Yeah, no, he's... That's the character with the numbers.
Oh,
the top.
yeah.
Has been for a while.
Yeah, I think I saw him in the player cam. There was like a grey light washing over him
Yeah.
pretty consistently. Not pretty good one for the Ashe, and now they're looking to end the game.
All right, Zeka looking for some knockups here, but Deft in the wrong spot. Delight just toying with them with this quickness. Viper able to walk wherever he would like, picks up a double, and is now looking for BDD. I don't know whether that might be biting off more than he can chew, but the Nexus, that is not going to be much. Apparently, also,